How to Deal with a Narcissist, 9 Useful Tips. Today we'll talk about how to deal with a narcissist through actionable advice. You may have to deal with a female narcissist in various contexts. This woman can be your partner, coworker, or even a relative. When your relationship with a narcissist is more intricate than a make-or-break romantic involvement, it can get harder to move away from them. For example, if you have to live with a narcissistic mother, sister, aunt, or grandmother, permanently removing them from your life may not be as straightforward as switching jobs or ending a relationship. In such cases, the high road could be to minimize your interactions with the female narcissist and learn how to deal with her for absolutely mandatory time together. Throughout this video, we will share how to deal with a narcissist through 9 tips you can implement both long and short term. But remember, our videos are not meant to serve as professional advice or a medium of diagnosis. Please seek out a therapist for your mental health needs. If you're all set, then let's get started. Number 1. Insist on immediate action. A narcissistic female will be all talk and no action, so in order to protect yourself while dealing with her, you should insist on immediate action rather than accepting vague promises. If the topic at hand isn't something that can be fulfilled immediately, giving them a deadline and standing your ground can also work in the meantime. But at the end of the day, insisting on immediate action can be a clear-cut way to either have a narcissist behave more properly in the moment or exit your life altogether. Regardless of which scenario comes to pass in your specific case, your consistent request for immediate action can quickly save you the trouble of being subject to narcissistic abuse. Number 2. Revisit and emphasize your boundaries regularly. Both male and female narcissists are experts at bending your boundaries. Therefore, constantly reminding them of your boundaries will help in terms of dealing with your narcissistic partner. In the case of a female narcissist, emphasizing your boundaries can look like rejecting her constant demands for shopping sprees and fancy outings, or going gray rock to avoid her narcissistic hoovering. Once you start revisiting your boundaries during her narcissistic episodes, the narcissist woman will slowly realize that you are standing your ground despite her best efforts to sway you. As per human psychology and behavior, your consistent actions toward protecting your boundaries will eventually have her take a step back, making it more easy for you to deal with a female narcissist. Number 3. Educate yourself on NPD. Scientists and psychologists often conduct research and experiments to unearth new information on the different types of personality disorders that affect patients daily. Therefore, conditions like narcissistic personality disorder are subject to change in facts and treatments. As such, your strongest weapon to fight against narcissism will be to educate yourself on NPD. You can join seminars, support groups, therapy workshops, and more to build a community of NPD survivors who are able to better understand your situation. Once you're equipped with such valuable information, you will find it easier to deal with the narcissist in your life. Number 4. Practice mindfulness skills to remain level-headed. When you are dealing with a narcissist, it is often easy to be a victim of narcissistic rage. Narcissistic rage is a tactic that is unpredictable, explosive, and always unjustifiable. This is how a female narcissist tends to attack you when you are at your most vulnerable. And when you are going through an emotionally draining situation, you might find yourself succumbing to her abuse and going along with her argumentative behavior. As the female narcissist resorts to rage, you and her counterpart will have 2 options. Either you can take a step back and practice mindfulness to protect yourself, or you can let the fight escalate. If you let the fight escalate, you will be stuck in a toxic cycle for an extended period that may far surpass your awareness. However, practicing mindfulness can protect you from narcissism and many other toxic situations that you encounter in your life. The good thing about mindfulness is that you do not need to spend thousands of dollars or try fancy therapy methods that yield the results over consecutive sessions. Mindfulness can be as simple as learning a few breathing techniques and finding small ways to alter your point of view. There are several ways to achieve mindfulness in your daily routine, including listening, guided meditations, and audiobooks to accompany you while you run errands. Most of these resources can be found online for free, but if you want to take things one step further, looking into audiobook subscriptions and paid apps could do the trick as well. Number 5. Recognize when there's a need for professional help. Self-awareness is the key to dealing with most people and situations. However, being a self-aware person isn't always sufficient or easy. Sometimes, you might need the extra support that only a therapist or NPD specialist can provide. Because while talking to friends and family is a great way to share the burden, this method will not yield professional results. Of course, talking about your trauma can help you process things better and gain a new perspective with each person you talk to. However, getting multiple opinions on a single topic can also make you spiral down some rabbit holes that a therapist would otherwise avoid. Number 6. Speak your mind. Narcissists work to destroy your confidence, and they often gaslight you into believing that you shouldn't speak your mind. However, this is a clear tactic for the narcissist to silence you and have the higher power. Because one of the best ways to deal with a narcissist is to speak your mind. Speaking your mind will drive the narcissist crazy because she will realize that she's unable to influence you. When you take away a narcissistic woman's influential power, she will scramble to get it back. This will make it easy for you to deal with her narcissistic fear, obligation, and guilt tactics. Remember, when you are dealing with a narcissist, your ammunition is in your willpower. So unless you give that up, her hoovering, gaslighting, or devaluation will not work on you. Number 7. Focus on yourself. The best thing you can do to deal with a narcissist is to focus on yourself, because narcissism is a cluster B disorder that heavily stems from a person's need for attention and validation. Taking a step back from them to focus on yourself is often the most effective defense tactic. Plus, focusing on yourself paves the way for many other amazing experiences, such as newfound happiness, hobbies, and success. When you take the time to focus on your own path, you can make new hobbies, explore your passions, and learn to enjoy your own company. All of these things can later combine to be a stronger, more joyous, and confident version of the person you have been. Number 8. Lean on your support system. As we mentioned early on, dealing with emotionally challenging situations can become much more easier if you have a good support system that's equal parts friends and family. However, this does not imply that you have to rely on a pre-existing group of people all the time. You can expand or recreate your support system by connecting with people who have once been in your shoes or are currently experiencing something similar. That way, you can learn from other people's experiences while sharing your own. But leaning on your support system does not always imply having heart-to-hearts or revisiting traumatizing events to figure out what went wrong, which is why you should incorporate fun activities in your time with loved ones who understand your situation. Go out for ice cream, see a movie that piqued your interest, or spend a day at the beach. Whatever makes you feel best, do it with people you love, as often as you do it alone. Recovery is all about balance, and only you know how to create something that helps your soul as well as your mental state. Number 9. Remember, it's okay to distance yourself. Our last tip on how to deal with a narcissist is to often distance yourself to protect yourself from hypervigilance, idealization, or the criticizing behavior of flying monkeys, who are characterized by their enabling behavior toward a narcissist. Remember that the distance you take can sometimes be necessary to overcome toxic situations that could drag you down in the long run. That marks the end of our video on recognizing whether your partner is a narcissistic abuser. If you enjoyed watching this, please let us know in the comments section. Which piece of advice resonated with you most? Let's get the conversation started. Want more videos like this? Check out the rest of our content for more tips on how to recover from narcissistic abuse. And if you can't get enough, turn your notifications on. We'll see you in our next video.